Alright, Quasimorph 11. A little bit of a bonus here. I think we said we would try to do story mission. I think we want to do the other story mission first, though. We just have to find it. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. Maybe on Venus? On Venus, yes. We want to do this one first.
We'll leave it the way it is and wait for us to come back home. Roger, out. Your guidance has converged. You're looking good. Roger, in.
Alright. So it's 5 floors. Max difficulty. I do think that if we bring enough equipment, this is doable. We do have enough stuff spare to where even if this ends up failing, we're not really losing anything. And that's good. We're going to actually disassemble that for a new pair of jeans. And we'll just kind of sort everything else here. Definitely want to make sure we have plenty of food. The way I'm going about, like, the thought process with this is, it's more so about thinking about bringing enough equipment to complete the mission than it is about like trying to keep slots open for loot. If we find something cool, great, but I want to try to let's just like assume that I'm not going to find anything worth taking and just kind of like go completely stacked up on stuff. That way, if it doesn't go so great, at least I have enough gear to where maybe I can finish it regardless. But since we do have enough things stockpiled up here, it's not really much of a loss if we do end up failing this. We definitely do want a backup weapon. I am thinking that the laser pistol is becoming a pretty good option for that, so we'll bring that. Definitely need some first aid kits. I want to bring like 2 like first aid kits, like 2 like full first aid kits, and then yeah, I mean, we have plenty of like stuff condensed too. Like some of this, yeah, like the rations and the food containers, like, you know, they sell for a lot, but in a pinch, just like the luxury lunches, you could disassemble them and you can get food out of them. But I don't want to have to do that, so we'll keep an eye out for loot, but I'm just going to assume that I'm not going to find anything, even though obviously we'll find something, but we'll just kind of play it by ear in the mission and just kind of get whatever we can get. With all these floors, though, I definitely need to bring more ammo than I'm thinking. Okay. Maybe some grenades, too. We'll bring some grenades, too. I mean, may as well. Alright, let's do it. One problem I might run into with this is that, oh wow, this is already Well, that was unexpected. Okay, well, I take it back. Maybe we're not ready for that. I was not expecting to get dropped like right in the middle of a situation like that. So we will we'll do some more missions and get some more stuff for now. Let's try to find another mission to do then. I've never done that story mission because that one, I think as of a year ago, was still new to me, and I just never played it. Um, but we will just do some other missions for now. Let's see. We'll go back. Where were we at previously? We were over. Not there. We were at. We were over here in this area. I'll go back to Vesta here.
We'll leave it the way it is and wait for us to come back
We should
home.
probably make
Roger.
some
Out.
stuff while we're in transit here. We need more food. We'll make some more food here. Yeah, that was probably the fastest I've ever died in this game. I don't think I've ever died like within basically the first tile of a map, so unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll just have to get some more gear made and try that mission again when we have some more grenades. I think would be the big thing to make sure we had more of. Those would be the most helpful for sure.
Your guidance has converged.
We'll just kind of
You're
keep
looking good.
making
Roger.
items while we're traveling here. We gotta try to make up for some of that stuff that we lost. That was really unfortunate. Oh man. Oh well, part of the game sometimes is having that experience of something bad happening like that and then just having to move on from it. Just like with any extraction shooter, you just kind of have to accept that sometimes not everything goes so well. This is what it is. I think we'll just wait here, maybe. Or maybe we'll just go back over to Mars and just keep making. I think we'll just head back over to Mars and just keep making stuff as we go.
Can terminate orbit, sir.
We probably need more clothes and more armor here. Whatever we can make. I don't really think I can make much. I'm missing some components like rubber and glass and wire. Yeah. We'll make some armor here though. Oops. Excuse me. Don't really have much in the way of weapons that I can make. That's one problem. That's one problem I'll have to tackle for sure here. Getting more weapons. I think we'll go gotta get some gear back on Frank here, and then do this mission. I'm gonna rock that shotgun here because it's something that's kind of just expendable, really. Okay. Keep one weapon slot open. I'll probably pick something up that's halfway decent. We want to do the control mission here. Maybe I should bring a backup weapon off from the start, actually. Yeah, we'll do that, because if I don't bring up a backup weapon right from the get-go, I feel like I'll get into a bad situation in the mission, so I'll bring that Mac 11. Yeah, 3 targets. Not too bad. Just gotta find the rooms that they're in and just defend them for a bit. Okay, that's fine then. We do want to be moving a bit faster here. Alright. Hold out from this cover position, just kind of wait for them to bust in, basically. Okay, we have visual. Good time for a reload there. And we'll just kind of keep on waiting. There's only the one way they can get in here, so. Try to save some more shotgun ammo. Of course, the last guy I encounter. I'll tear up some clothes here. Get a rag. I didn't even notice that happened. Another corpse pile. Geez, I don't know. What's that? Curious? Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I always feel bad whenever I don't really pay much attention to what's like in these corpse piles, because it's like, I'm sure there's a few good things in here, but it's so difficult to like actually navigate amongst all the bones and the pieces of skin and stuff. But there's good stuff in here for sure, like more 797 ammo, some good pieces of armor in here. But I don't really have the room for all that. Oh, wait a minute. That works. Do it like that. Then we can eat that. That's a good helmet. That's a good armor vest. Let's swap. It does still have two. I think I have to like go like down. We'll see what's this way. Nothing. Or wait, yeah. I'm gonna bleed out if I'm not careful here. Hold on. The lovely joys of having to wait for your wounds to heal in this game. I don't really want to like risk going like much deeper in and then getting like completely decimated because I'm like low health and bleeding to death. Now I've got an infection happening too. This is great. Okay, good. The wound is healed finally. Let's try to find our way to the next space scanner. I'm gonna guess we have to go down and then head west and then go back north again. Seems to be the way this map is generated. Yep. Okay, we will wait and cover here. We got a jackhammer. That would happen to me. keep putting plastic on our bullet wounds and eventually they'll get better. I'm sure doctors would love this advice to be told everywhere. Here because I need more rags. Right. Well, that wasn't so bad. Nice big pile of corpses here, once again. I'm tempted to take some of these cyborg parts, but the problem is I worry about doing the augmentations because I see those stat negatives like on this like servo here. -5 maximum health, -15% dodge. It doesn't really give you much bonuses to really warrant it. Maybe like one of these arms maybe is better. Yeah, I mean weight modifier minus melee damage. That's not really. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know if those are like random. Or if I don't know if those are like randomly generated or if the stats are the same pretty much just like across the board for like for example if like these bio boosters always are like that. I imagine they probably are the same stats no matter what, but it is what it is, I guess. We are going to drink that. We're going to take that mag vest. Got one more to defend. I need to heal myself. Okay. This is the last door here. Oh, I'm bleeding again. This weapon loadout wasn't too bad, I guess. Wait for them to beat the door down and and it's just fair game. These control missions can be fairly simple since sometimes it's basically just kind of like a fish in the barrel kind of situation where you just are able to block the door, kind of get yourself prepared, and just kind of wait from the funnel into the one entrance. The previous episode where we had to defend from multiple sides at once because I didn't realize that there was another way into the room, so I blew open the wall. That was a little dangerous, but it wasn't so scary that it wasn't possible, at least. This is definitely much easier, but this is not a max difficulty mission like the other one was. So. I think we'll have to wait for them to kill this pile of corpses here. This buys you some time, but also kind of wastes time since you gotta wait for them to beat that down, but saves you using ammo to do it. And that was the last guy. Let's kind of see here at what all there is to pick up. Quite a bit, as usual. And these missions, these control missions are a good thing to kind of look for, I guess. They're not overly difficult, even if they have a high difficulty rating, and you can definitely get a lot of value out of them. Because there is a lot of gear, like pretty decent gear you can get. Cool armor and lots of ammo, cyborg parts, stuff like that. So, you know, not too bad as far as like difficulty goes. Even for like the higher difficulty rating ones, they're still pretty manageable. Just gotta find the exit here. I think right there. Go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, I think the next few episodes, one of the things we might try to do is either try to find like stations that are trading like grenades, or make sure we like have the room to craft some grenades, because that was one of the things I remember back in the early days of the game was workbenches were a lot more frequent, and making grenades you would constantly do in a lot of missions, which was made it pretty easy because you could just throw a grenade into every room, almost like it's like door kickers, and every time you open a door, just throw a grenade in. So, to some extent, yeah, that made it a little too easy. But I do kind of miss those days of being able to just constantly make grenades every like 10 feet. But, excuse me, yeah, I'll try to keep a lookout for like nails and explosives, stuff like that to make grenades. So I don't think I have any recipes as it stands to make any of that kind of stuff. I don't even know what it's like considered in the menu, but I don't think we have the requirements for it. All we can do is make ammo, basically. Don't have any grenades unlocked. So we'll try to keep a lookout for places to get grenades. Grenades are pretty rare because they are pretty powerful. They did balance them quite a bit by making them so rare. Sucks that I lost so many of them in that story mission, but again, that's just the way the game is. You just kind of have to deal with losing stuff occasionally. But I learned something, and that's the important part, I guess. So, until next time, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe.